Sour right there. Ooh, I like sour right there.
I can't, you know.
I think we're live, gents. We are live. We are live. We are live. We are live.
Unique.
There
New
we
York.
go.
Unique.
How now, brown
New York.
cow?
Unique New York.
How now, brown cow?
How now,
Red-
brown cow?
Red, yellow, leather, red.
The Boston Marathon.
What's that timer for? Does that mean we're going? Or
Oh,
No,
I'm sorry.
we're going. We're going. We're
Okay.
going. We are.
Like, hurry,
Oh,
John.
La Jolla, man.
Hoi, hoi.
Well, good evening.
There we go.
And welcome
Good evening. Welcome
to the Barrel Buddies.
To the Barrel Buddies.
To the Barrel Buddies.
Can we all say it in unison? To
The-
1, 2, 3.
To the Barrel Buddies.
There we
We're
go.
ready to believe you.
I'm James,
I'm BJ.
I'm Zach.
and welcome.
Glad you made it.
I'm glad you all made it. We're going to give it a few minutes, as per usual, as we kick off this show, where we let some people give them some time to join. As usual, I'm also getting on my phone to do some shout-outs on social media here.
Do it,
So,
and I would be glad to give you a heads up
Take
of how
over.
this works.
There we go.
So, for those of you that are with us live, welcome. We record this show live every Thursday.
7 p.m. PST.
That's correct. The only T that matters.
Exactly. PST.
The right T. And so, if you've not joined us live, then thanks for tuning in later on our YouTube channel. Where's that located?
The Barrel Buddies.
That's right. That's the right
It's the
answer.
Barrel Buddies.
Wait, the Barrel Buds? The Barrel Buds?
No, we're not the Barrel Buds.
Live at the Barrel Buddies, or
Don't look up the Barrel Buds.
after
look up the Barrel
afterwards
Buddies.
at the Barrel Buddies.
I made the mistake of looking up the Barrel Buds one time.
Yeah.
That's not us.
It's not us. Tonight.
We have for you the very coveted, the very recently released Elijah Craig Toasted Barrel.
Toasted Barrel.
Toasted Big deal.
Toasty.
So what makes it toasty?
What does make it toasty?
That is a really good question.
You wanna throw that up on the
And
window
a
there?
lot- yeah, so for those that can see, let me expand it here. Whoop. Toasted Barrel.
Zach.
So, we have a little story we get to read. So, charred to start. So, for those that don't know, all whiskey barrels are charred. It's standard whiskey / bourbon barrels, right?
That's right.
So, why don't we talk a little bit about the process
Is it
of
charred
making
more?
whiskey?
Charred to the start, toasted to finish. Our fully matured small batch bourbon finished in a toasted oak barrel for added complexity.
Yeah, that's
So
scroll down
toasted
here.
beyond what they normally do.
Toasted beyond what they normally do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I like that. I mean, you can already see, well, I can see, I don't know if viewers can see, but we can see that the toasted barrel, as compared here to the, say, this
Oh, they have
pick.
a video. Sorry to interrupt.
Oh,
Can we play the
play the
video?
video.
Just
Can we
looking at
play
that.
this
Play
video?
that video.
Look at this chart. We're gonna play this
In
video.
1789,
Look at this.
Elijah Craig
On
lets
barrel
off
on fire.
First
Now
charred
this is
oak
production
barrels
value we
to
need
make
on this
bourbon.
show.
Okay.
Today, we're building on his
look at
commitment
that.
to greatness.
Boom.
Wow.
By
Stamps.
transforming
Oh.
Is anyone
an
gonna
award-winning
get
small
branded
batch
live on
into
the
a
show?
whole new
With the
expression.
Barrel Buddies logo.
I volunteer as
Introducing
trivia.
All right.
Elijah Craig Toasted Barrel, the latest
that's
innovative
fair.
spirit from the
Hey,
father
at
of
Miss
bourbon.
May LaRue.
Toasted Barrel
hope
is
you watch
proof
our
that
show,
great bourbon isn't
but
just
I'd let
about
you
how you
tattoo the
start,
Barrel Buddies on my body.
but how you
There we go.
finish.
Yeah.
To reach that finish,
Look at this.
we
So yeah,
began
you
with
get a little bit
fully
about the
matured
process.
Elijah
Slow
Craig
down.
small
Okay,
batch.
so they already have
It's
the
very
Expertly
charred.
aged
I mean,
in
that
level
barrel
three charred
is
oak barrels
ash.
that give
Yeah,
our
very
bourbon
ashy.
its rich color
Ash.
and
Very
deep
ashy.
flavor.
How does that compare
But we
to
didn't
small
stop
batch?
there.
Well,
Before
look at
it
them. They're
reaches
going to
your
town
mouth,
here.
Oh my
We
God,
put
look
it
at
into
this.
a
Charred
second
inside
new
again?
oak
Yeah.
barrel
So
that's
it's
been
basically
custom
double charred
toasted
barrel.
and
Yeah,
flash
or
charred
it's
for Elijah Craig.
a
A
lengthier
process
char
that's
process.
designed to complement
So,
the
you know, who
warm,
knows what,
woody,
10, 20
subtle
seconds.
smoke
and they
flavors we're
ramp
known
it up
for.
to maybe 40.
Left to develop
30, 40.
an extra layer
Wow.
of sweet
Wow.
oak complexity.
So that's after
this
it's been
finishing
probably
process
sitting there for a
results
couple
in a
years.
94 proof
Little line
bourbon
thief
with
or
notes of
whiskey
chocolate and baking spice.
Sloshy.
And of
Do you
course,
spit it out, or
sloshing
do you
around.
drink it?
Smooth finish you'll love.
Well, you know, I've seen a lot of distillers
For those
spit
who
it
strive
out.
for the
They're
best,
a little, you know, they
there's
got a
new
lot to
Elijah
test
Craig
during the day, so I'm
Toasted
sure they don't want to
Barrel.
get loaded at 7 a.m. You know, drink
I
I
whiskey.
mean,
Did
That's
they
your
not
job.
watch? Listen, did they not watch? What was that show with the ladies? It was like working at the beer factory. The whole point of working at the beer factory was so they could get loaded at 7 a.m.
Yeah, I mean, potentially.
Wasn't that in your hometown?
That was not in my
This is in
hometown, but it
Toledo?
was in Ohio. I think it was in Ohio. There's a.
Was it in Toledo?
No, you're thinking of. No, it wasn't Three's Company. Where were they making?
Is this a sitcom from the 70s?
Where were they making the beer? It's
We're
part
gonna make it.
Yes. So the theme song has them making beer in a beer factory.
Yeah, and the glove goes along.
Yes. Somebody in the
This is
chat.
this is so
we have
weird.
plenty of
Okay.
people in the chat should know
I'm remembering
what
this for some
80s
reason.
sitcom.
Le Measle, Lamoille,
No.
something incorporated.
No, I don't think that was it. That sounds
I'm
like
pretty sure it was.
no, and it wasn't Milwaukee. Jillian's asks in the
No,
chat if
no,
it's Milwaukee.
definitely Ohio.
It was in Ohio, I thought.
Laverne and Shirley.
Laverne and Shirley.
It's Laverne and Shirley.
Laverne-
Somebody look it up. Where's
Yeah,
it at?
for all of our Laverne and Shirley fans out there, we do apologize for the misquoting and misrepresentation of the theme song.
Apologize for nothing.
Laverne and Shirley. There it is. Laverne and Shirley.
Right.
I just want to tell you right now, you're pouring this, and this looks like I'm salivating, like it's
You
mouth
should be.
watering, like I can smell it.
Look how dark that
Look
is.
at this color. Yeah, look at that bottle.
I mean,
I
like
don't know
on
if you guys
the,
can
on
see
the
this.
camera, you can't really see the
Oh,
difference.
don't worry.
But,
We're gonna edit in a pour cut for tonight.
Look.
I mean,
at
going
It's
that.
pretty.
but like going
Look.
from the small batch to the barrel proof, all the way up to toasted barrel, like the color is just insane. The difference.
That nose
I
is
think
different.
these are supposed to be.
That nose is different.
I have an initial comment I want to throw out there really quick.
Barrel proof.
I think the barrel proof smells better.
Okay. I think the barrel proof
It's
smells
more
sweeter.
flavorful.
I think it smells sweeter.
Maybe it's sweetness.
This has got some aggressive tones.
Jillian in the chat says for the first 5 seasons from 76 to 80, the show was set in Milwaukee.
Milhio.
Milwaukee, Ohio?
Milwaukee.
Ah,
Ohio.
Milwaukee, Ohio. Thanks for that.
Maybe that's
It's
what
a
they-
neighborhood in the Cleve, part of Toledo.
Cleve.
Hey, you're from the Cleve.
Does anyone say
Obviously.
that?
I'll be.
I think we need to let this. I think we need to let that.
There's a
ethanol,
lot of ethanol on
Let
that.
that ethanol. Kind
It's a lot of heat. What, Zach? Why don't you go over the bottle? Like, are there any details on the bottle you can
what
go
do you
over
find
here?
in
Yeah.
there?
What does it say? Maybe give us a little story.
That was a great video.
That video
Government
was-
warning. According to
Don't!
the
No,
Read
not the
that.
government warning. Come on now.
we all know that
Yeah.
alcohol is good for you.
Yes.
And the government tells you so.
And the government says it right here. Alcohol is good
Drink
for
more.
you.
Drink more.
Let's see. Let's see if there's
Beautiful
a story.
color.
There
Beautiful
really isn't
color.
a story
Very
on here, but let's see. So Elijah Craig, Toasted Barrel, Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey, our small batch bourbon, finished in toasted new oak barrels.
Okay.
So
Okay.
this is the first iteration of the barrel that it's
Wow.
being used.
Wow.
So
Wow.
yeah,
So the ElijahCraig.com website states that it's a nice warming with lingering chocolate and baking spices finish. The taste should be big, rich, and complex.
Okay.
Delightful spice and pepper notes.
Okay.
Fade to milk chocolate with just a hint of smoke.
That's interesting. So I would tell you that off the nose.
The nose is lots
Chocolate.
of toasted oak with rich caramel.
See, I don't get that.
I think it's the ethanol. I think we got to let that kind of.
I get some chocolate off the nose, though. I do. I will tell you, I do get that like weird.
And
cow.
the featured way to enjoy it is neat. No messing around there.
As the ethanol starts to come off of this, though, I do think that the caramel starts to sing through a little bit, but I do feel chocolate, like that cacao nib, you know. Take it left to right. Don't forget, viewers, if you're taking the nose of a whiskey with us tonight.
Yeah, let's go a little bit into that. I mean, it's been almost
left to
10
right.
episodes since
Rolo,
we talked
yeah,
about
it
our
smells like a Rolo.
since we talked about our
I
olfactory
was thinking that.
senses.
Smells like a Rolo.
So for those out there, don't jump right into any whiskey, any alcohol, and just jump right in straight in with your nose. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Exactly.
That's right. You start with a ladies' man.
So here's what we're gonna do. You always got to remember, you don't jump right into the glass. You take it from left to right, and the reason you do that is because your nostrils getting up into your brain, where it processes these smells, are different distances. They're not equal. So your
equidistant.
senses are different
So
in
that-
each of your nostrils,
So
and you'll
left
get
brain, right brain. Kind
not left brain, right brain. So
Exactly it.
what that means
Yes.
is you're going to get
You are correct.
different senses on each side of your nostrils. So
Right
there's your little
smells-
tidbit today
Well,
of knowledge.
Can we cheers it up here?
Yeah, absolutely,
Cheers-
absolutely.
Cheers to you. Cheers to the viewer.
Oh, that was a great that.
That was a good
sound.
sound.
That was a good one too.
That's crystal, right? Boom.
Very
Ooh.
good crystal.
We got the ding.
Well,
All right, cheers to our viewers. Hopefully, we have some people drinking out there.
Sips here.
Yeah, to our
Welcome
first
to Toasted Barrel.
first 3 sips.
And
As
don't
we
forget
talked about.
3 sips. So can I go into the 3 sips?
Please do,
Let's take that first sip.
and that's with any beverage, really.
Oh man,
So the first sip should be the shock to your palate. Which
That's a shocker.
I don't get a big shock to my palate.
I get a spice bomb. I'm
It's
getting
spicy.
like peppercorn.
Black pepper, yeah, like when you bite into
pepper.
a peppercorn. So shock to the palate. Second
Wow.
one is where you start to develop some of your flavors.
So with the charred barrel, I'm getting a lot of smoke.
Okay,
You think
As
or
you
no?
should.
I don't. I'm not getting too much smoke off the bat, but let's get into it again here.
That second sip really evens things out.
Oh yeah, that opens up quite a bit. Now that shocker is gone. The shocker
Yeah.
has
Shocker.
subsided.
Yeah, the ethanol shocker.
Shocker has
Can I see if I
subsided.
can do it?
Don't do it. Don't do it. Put it away. I knew one of you were going to do it. Just stop.
Is that how you drink your whiskey?
I
It is-
can't
It is today.
stop because I cannot sip this. Being a bunch of jokers right now. All right, here we go.
Oh, that third sip is so smooth.
I'm going to disagree. Okay, no, here's where I'll agree with you. I feel that it's smooth, but it has such an intense pepperiness.
I think that's the charge. Or the char.
Yeah,
The char.
The
I
char is
agree.
definitely doing that.
But I don't know if I'm digging that. I'm not a big
Really?
pepper fan. Yeah.
See, I
At
don't
least
think of
when
it
it
as
comes to alcohol.
Pepper. I get the peppercorn.
Listen, I'm that.
Pepper up front, absolutely.
You're
What's in the
talking
back?
to a guy.
Pepper to smoke. I don't know.
Smoking pepper?
Smoke and pepper.
Pepper and smoke. What kind of mullet is that?
I mean, like,
pepper
look-
up front,
listen,
smoke in the
I
back.
mean, looking at the tasting notes, they're
Yeah,
saying
look-
big, rich, and complex. Delightful spice and pepper notes fade to milk chocolate with a hint of
Yeah, I get
smoke.
no milk chocolate. They're smoking.
No,
they're
I can smell.
smoke
I can
here.
smell chocolate. I smell
I
chocolate.
smell it, but it's a pepper bomb. A lot of
I
pepper.
don't
I think the
so.
pepper's
I disagree.
very overwhelming,
Like-
and I'm not excited
Wow.
about that. I'm not thrilled about it. Yeah, I don't mean
See,
to
I
be
don't
that
think it's-
guy.
I taste the pepper. It's
My
there, but
palate-
it's not there.
I'm coming from a beer background where give me a pastry stout and put every dessert possible into it. Put a dozen donuts into a pastry stout, and that's what I want to drink. I want caramel. I want sweetness. I want creme brulee. I want the alcohol punch.
Okay.
I want that sweet, desserty whiskey.
Sure.
No, do you think you get
Pepper and oak and fire and char. Not a huge fan, personally.
Okay.
Maybe that's why when we drank Smoke Wagon, if you guys all reference the Smoke Wagon show, there was a few of them where I was like, WTF are we drinking? And I can't do this.
Sure.
And these guys loved it.
Uncut,
I think
unfiltered?
we're having the same.
Yeah, I agree with
We're
that.
having that same kind of break in opinion here. Is where this has a peppery punch.
Maybe we'll let it sit. Or actually, they say drink neat, right?
Yeah.
So that's the.
We're still going to cut it as
Yeah.
part of our show review test. But
So here's what I get out of this. So I like the complexity that is being built. I get a lot of herbal note out of this. So I do get a lot of the pepper flavor. I think there's some good herbal note that's coming out of this. I actually do get some hints of like tarragon, basil, some of like that kitchen dried herb, maybe even some bay leaf. And again, I know that seems weird to be like, sure, I know exactly what that tastes like. I don't, but I know what it smells like. I do a lot of I do a lot of the cooking at home, and so I smell like a spice cabinet. Like that's what all spice, and that's what it feels like on my palate. But I like the complexity of that. It feels very, I don't know, homey and warm and natural.
You're a homie.
I am a homie.
What's up, homie?
So,
Got two of my homies right here.
I like it. I dig it. I think it's good. I'm
All right.
I'm enjoying it. I actually like that it's not super sweety and caramel and molasses and brown sugar.
That's what I want. That's me. That's my flavor profile in a nutshell.
And that's
For whiskeys
pretty
and bourbons.
Good. I mean, that's pretty
Give
good.
me a creme brulee. Give me an alcoholic creme brulee.
Well, like the small batch Elijah Craig kind of matches that.
Yeah, and I think
Right.
the barrel proof does. I'm going to tell you guys right now. I want to jump right into barrel proof after this.
Yeah, we should go the opposite way.
Go the opposite. I love that.
Oh,
Great
yeah.
idea, Zach. We're going to go the opposite. We're going to
Zach,
revisit
what do you
barrel
get-
proof.
What do you talk? Tell us.
Yeah, give us your turn, Zach. Here, what do you got?
Well, like I said earlier, I'm tasting a lot of pepper. A lot of pepper
Yeah.
up front. Let me try one more time.
And then while Zach's analyzing that, Patrick says, tasted the toasted barrel tonight. Odd citrus notes. Thoughts?
Oh,
I don't.
I don't get that at all.
No, I'm gonna stick to the nose as a Rolo.
Yeah.
I get the caramel and the chocolate.
Wow, now that you said Rolo, as I
Rolo.
was smelling that,
oh yeah,
Caramel
big
and
time.
chocolate
Back
in
and
the
forth.
nose.
wow, there's definitely that Rolo, that milk chocolate.
Milk
Caramel-
chocolate and
caramel
caramel in the
and
nose.
Yeah.
And then very peppery, very spicy in the flavor profile.
See, but that's throwing me
That's-
off because you
so-
have this pepper profile and that
complex.
chocolate smell.
So the
complexity,
thing,
man.
so
I
Yeah,
like it.
but you need to have complexity that goes
the
together.
thing that I'm noticing
In my-
with the pepper, it almost numbs your tongue when it comes to the pepper.
So let me
It's borderline like Szechuan peppercorn.
Yeah, it's like you bite
know.
into a peppercorn and
Oh.
then like
Yeah.
like the
See-
Szechuan peppercorn
Yes.
from those peanuts.
Yes.
those are good.
You get that
I
numbness
agree.
on the tongue. Yeah.
yeah, I'm starting to get that.
Yeah. I agree.
I
with
thought
that.
I was imagining it, but yeah.
What if I told you change your perspective a little bit from peppercorn to clove? Can you make that switch in your head a little
I
bit?
can. And as I was kind of following through with this sip and you said clove,
Clove,
I
like a clove cigarette.
I feel a bit better drinking this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like a clove
Clove,
cigarette,
clove.
right?
Clove.
Still kind of
It's
aggressive.
interesting thinking about it. Yes.
Yeah.
When you say that, I can taste it now.
Like make that
Yeah.
transition in your head. I personally like the peppercorn thing, but if you transitioned it to clove, I think that's a better description of kind of all the different complex spices that you got. And
Yeah, and pepper and clove I think go hand in hand. I mean, again, big, rich, and complex, delightful spice and pepper notes. That spice, look, these are these peppercorns right here. There you go, prime example.
Yeah.
So
white, black, pink.
yeah.
I like it, and I like the linger. I like the linger of the pepper on that. I'm actually a big fan. I like this a lot. This is a very good. You know what I like about it too is it's a good amount of linger. It doesn't go on forever and ever. It's there, and then it kind of dies away pretty quick.
Yeah.
Which I enjoy.
So we have a little bit of the story here. So our shout out to breakingbourbon.com. We're going to read your little story here. So it says the process with toasted barrel begins with fully matured small batch. So we actually have some small batch, which we'll jump into here
A bit, yeah.
in a bit, and we'll go a little side by side. So basically, they take small batch and then they dump it, and it's re-entered at barrel proof into a second custom toasted new oak barrel.
Oh.
Okay.
Now we're getting the whole
Okay.
story. Okay,
All right.
We got the synapses before. Now we get
So
the
the finishing barrel is first toasted and then flash charred using a moderate toast temperature and toast time.
Oh.
So what they mean by that, it's kind of like that mid-level toasted. It's not like a black alligator char, like a dark char.
That makes sense.
It's like a think of your toast as just like a number 5, a medium. It's not
brown.
it's not an
black.
8, it's not a 9 where people like that black toast. Get out of here with
Yeah.
that.
Can you
It's
give me
that
some butter?
it's that golden.
I want a pat of butter on this.
No, you don't. We're not putting butter in this. What do you think this is? What kind of show is this?
Toast, butter.
Butter in the whiskey.
Actually, I don't have any butter. I would.
Oh,
I'm sorry,
I
I'm
would
out of
try
butter.
it.
So what they're saying is an extensive research and development process resulted in a final barrel toast profile, bringing forward dark sugar flavors within the wood to create a balance of smokiness and sweetness after months of finishing. The resulting taste is a big, rich, and complex spice pepper notes that fade into milk chocolate with a hint of smoke.
I don't get the milk chocolate.
Only
I get
charred new American oak barrels are used. Blah, blah, blah.
nothing. Better be.
That's
So
really it.
interesting. That's interesting. So as you're saying this, I'm trying to think of like that acrid char, that bitter, right? Acrid, bitter char.
Yeah.
Furniture polish is kind of usually what you hear people talk about when they talk about that flavor profile. I don't get milk chocolate, but I would tell you I get that.
In
1789,
1789, Elijah Craig let sparks fly when he first charred oak barrels to make bourbon. Today, we're building on his commitment to greatness
Yeah.
by transforming our award-winning small batch into a whole new expression. Introducing Elijah Craig Toasted Barrel, the latest innovative
So you know
spirit
what's
from the
interesting?
father of bourbon. Toasted Barrel is proof that great bourbon
So the
isn't
next
just
sipping-
about how you start.
Think of this.
But how you
I
finish.
think the pepper comes out
To reach that
after it hits
finish,
you.
we began with
Right,
fully
so
matured
give it a
Elijah
minute.
Craig small batch.
You'll
Expertly
get
aged in
caramel,
level 3
and then it
charred
kind of,
oak
like,
barrels
explodes
that
and-
give our bourbon its rich color
But in a good
and
way.
deep
What do you guys
flavor.
think?
For me, that's a good thing.
But we didn't
In my
stop
opinion.
there. Before it reaches your
I don't disagree with you on that. James?
It's different. It's I mean like
Yeah.
it is like it's a super spicy bourbon. Absolutely.
I want to. I want to cut it.
Yeah, I
wanna
was just
cut
going to say,
this.
I'm going to
Yeah.
refill you a little bit. I'm going to give you a little bigger pour.
No, I'm good.
You're good?
I'm good.
I've been enjoying this, so I'm going to refill a little
So we're
bit
gonna
here.
cut it with this cap full of water here.
What about you, Zach?
Give me like a finger.
I'm going to give you half a finger.
That's good.
Wow,
Much better.
this
What are you
smell
thinking?
it just completely changes for
Really?
the better. For the better. For the better.
Clink, clink, clink.
Sweet vanilla. Oh yeah, I get this
I got you.
sweet.
Yeah, give me a
This
little, dude.
I got you, boo.
this sweet vanilla.
Comes out.
It is
Very
so. It's just fantastic now. After we cut it with a little bit of water, just smell that. I think it is. Again, maybe we're gonna have differing opinions here.
Vanilla. Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yes.
vanilla bomb.
So I'll agree with Patrick in the chat that I'm getting the citrus notes.
Did Patrick drink it neat or cut it?
I don't know.
That's
I'm getting like orange creamsicle vibe out of this with a little cut. A little orange creamsicle. Yeah.
So I'm smelling citrus
A
now.
little
Yep.
citrus, right? A little lemon, like a sweet lemon or a sweet orange.
Little orange.
Patrick, I'm going to give you that. I think adding a little water, even viewers, if you're going to add an ice cube, I think you're going to pull that. That's interesting. But I don't get a ton of vanilla the way you do. The vanilla's there, but I don't get it in the
Well,
way
like when
you
it comes
describe
to who said creamsicle?
That's what I'm saying.
Who
I'm saying
said creamsicle? Yeah, so it's got a little bit of it. So James, you're saying massive vanilla. You're saying mini vanilla.
I would major vanilla bomb. Creamsicle, not
Right
so
for that.
much. In my opinion, I would get more of a raw, like a Madagascar vanilla bean, like that.
Okay.
Just get a bean, you crack it open, that smell like you're about to bake, banana bread or something with some vanilla beans. I get
Wow, the flavor
the
profile.
flavor
Oh wow,
really.
it's totally different.
The
Yeah.
flavor profile
Okay,
gets
the pepper-
very
It's
sweet.
The
so
pepper
much
is
more
very
mellow.
subsided.
Yeah.
I love this.
Much
now.
better,
Like,
much
this
better.
is so much better
But
cut.
yeah,
It gets bitey. I think that the initial with that is very bitey, but the flavor on the back end it's very sweet, very smooth.
hmm So maybe this is where the caramel and the chocolate comes out
Mm.
in the taste.
And I will tell you too that I enjoy the way it opens up in the mouth. I think that it's very aromatic in the mouth. I think there's a lot going on in there. Yeah, I'm gonna give it
A lot going on in the
that,
mouth.
That caramel, a lot going on in the mouth, baby. Yeah. I'll give you the vanilla. I get a ton of it. It's very vanilla in the mouth.
All right.
After you cut that. Yeah.
Good. Excellent. So for those that out there, availability, right? So
Interesting.
of course this is super hypey because it just came out. Elijah Craig's new offering. They haven't put out a new offering in a very long time. So, to get something like this off the bat, everybody's out there looking for it right now. The bourbon community.
When was that released?
just a couple of weeks ago. It's really hit the market the past few weeks. So you got to look at it. You got to look at it like this. It's going to have, in my opinion, the availability of like barrel proof. So for those out there that know, barrel proof is kind of a hit or miss. That comes out quarterly. You can sometimes find it, sometimes not, and then it has a dry spell for a couple months. I think Toasted Barrel is going to be along the same lines. They said it will be an everyday offering. Patrick out there asks, is it overhyped? I want to answer that question. Each of us will answer that with our review. So yes, keep that in mind. I have some strong opinions on that. It has been super hyped. I'll say that right now. And I'll jump into my review. Let's do that. Let's get into our reviews. So I'll start. Patrick,
could you remind the viewers, what is it? How is it we're basing our reviews? What are we basing reviews on?
That's a really good question. Why don't you dive into that? Because I don't really know what you're talking about. I thought it was just like
personal preference.
Well, we're going to standardize reviews up a little bit, but basically we talk about value, flavor. What else would you add to that?
I would say value.
Value and flavor.
Like, is it worth it? Availability. Like, I plugged that into our review.
Yeah. Very good.
There's a couple of factors. So with that being said, overhyped. 1,000% it's overhyped. I was a little upset that this didn't exceed my expectations. Did it meet my expectations? Absolutely. Like anything Elijah Craig for the price. I mean, this is a $50 bottle, okay? And we've talked about this in the past. We talked about it in our last show. The Elijah Craig line. And everybody out on there on the internet is like, oh, well, of course they're going to say Elijah Craig. It's for the serious drinkers, and it's the everyday man's bourbon, because it is. Anybody can.
And what's wrong with that?
Nothing's wrong with that. Nothing's wrong with that. It's readily available.
Yeah.
You don't have these clowns out there hunting it down. I mean, you do right now, but it's going to be on the shelf,
right?
Readily available.
Small batch, always available.
Exactly,
right?
And then you can find you can find those store picks and the single barrel picks and every now and then, but it's affordable, A, B, it's available, C, it tastes fantastic, value for the money. I'm going to be honest, I'm going to throw a statement out there that's going to ruffle feathers. I don't believe that you should ever pay over $100 MSRP for any bottle of bourbon. Ever.
Bravo. I agree.
I think that should be the cap, and anything over 100 needs to be mind-blowing. I know we had Balmora a few episodes back by Garrison Brothers. Shout out to Garrison Brothers.
Mind blown.
High Texas, super amazing.
Mind blown.
Totally different. Something I've never experienced ever.
Very good.
Came in a little steep at 130. Would I get it again? Probably not. Do I like it on the shelf as something special to share with my friends? Definitely. Patrick asks about Lone Whisker.
You just let me take care of that, thanks.
I will. So my rating out of a 0 to 10 rating, I will give this... I will give Elijah Craig Toasted Barrel, my official rating will be an 8.2. 8.2. 8.2. I think that's...
It's very admirable.
It's very accurate.
Yeah. 8.2. I think that's how we need to start narrowing these down, is getting that.
Okay.
Yeah. BJ, take it away. Let's hear what you have to say.
Okay. Yeah. So first of all, I'm going to address the chat.
Okay.
Patrick.
Lone Whisker.
Well, first I'm going to answer his question. Overhyped. Yeah. Toasted Barrel, a little overhyped right now.
But it's a new product.
Right. So good
new
on
product.
Them. Good on the advertising.
Yes.
You're hyping it up. You're talking about your new product. People are talking about it. That's great. As it starts to slow down and find its own, I think that it's going to find a niche, and I think it's going to find a place on people's shelves. I think that Toasted Barrel probably has a place on my shelf someday. I don't know if right now is the place for that, but we'll see. We'll see where things go and develop. I think that Patrick is right when he writes, allocated doesn't always mean good, 100%. Allocated does not always mean good. And then below that he writes, Lone Whisker comes to mind. 2,000 bottles a year, 100%. allocated does not mean good. We have learned that on this show. $159 MSRP for a bottle of whiskey does not mean it's going to be good. It's not going to be good. You know, it's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
But back to definitely overhyped. You know, we're all a part of a lot of whiskey groups on Facebook and Instagram.
Patrick's a part of the whiskey group.
Yeah, and people just are like, OMG, Elijah Craig, WTF, Toasted Barrel. And yeah, I mean, there's going to be massive hype for the first couple months. But, you know, I'd like to revisit this maybe around Christmas time, and we'll be like, hey, let's bring up Toasted Barrel. And it's like, oh, yeah, it's on the shelf. We can go get it every day.
I might go buy another bottle of Toasted Barrel. I don't know if I care to revisit this bottle. I want to see how it develops.
Can I talk? I want to jump back really quick, though, like worth.
Well, hold
like
on.
value for the money.
In a minute. I'm going to give you my rest of my review here.
Go for it. Go for it.
So, you said it was how much? How much did you pay for
50.
50?
50, yeah.
Okay.
Tax. Yeah.
That's not bad. Again, we've always talked Elijah Craig, perfect value for the money. Flavor profile is there. I think that it's very interesting. I liked it a little better neat. But I'm going to tell you right now that out of the three things we've got sitting up here, small batch, toasted barrel, barrel proof, nothing compares to not that one.
Which one?
Small batch?
Where's my barrel proof?
Small.
You just had it in your
barrel
hand.
proof is right there.
Is it? Oh, okay. Barrel proof. And this one, B519, is, in my opinion, one of the better out there. That's top in my book. I'm going to give Toasted Barrel a 6 out of 10.
Wow. It makes me want to completely redo my rating.
Yeah, 6 out of 10. It's okay. It's not wowing me. It's great. I would never turn it down. I think there's a lot of admirable things that are going on here, but I'm not running out to get this.
So I think it's the shocking pepper taste that everyone's kind of like going after, saying, "Oh wow, once you taste that, you're like, I've never had that before. I don't like it." Maybe you do, maybe you don't. I'm not really sure. After cutting it, it lightens up quite a bit, I would have to say. But neat. Yeah, it's definitely something different. But it expands your palate. It makes you taste something different. It's definitely not like the barrel proof or the small batch. Definitely not. So like small batch and barrel proof, very complex flavors that you can really differentiate. Right? You can differentiate 5 different flavors.
Yeah.
From small batch, and then going into barrel proof. That's small batch is basically Big Brother, right? Toasted Barrel is a completely different product, I think. So I don't know if you can really even compare. I mean, once we go into barrel, once we go to barrel proof, I think we'll be able to kind of realize that. Yeah. Right, because this is a pepper bomb. It's a spicy.
It's its own thing.
So with that being bourbon. Said, what's drum roll here? What do you got? 0 to 10.
I gotta say, I'm gonna have to try it again, but I'll have to give it an 8. I really like it.
It's okay.
Yeah. I'll have to give it an 8. I really like it. I think I gave, what was it? In the Elijah Craig show, the last one we did. I think I gave the small batch an 8. Yeah. And then the barrel proof 8.5 or 9.
I don't remember any of my ratings.
I don't know. Like Elijah Craig, I love them all. I like. I mean, even with the Toasted Barrel being a very shocking, kind of a.
I like the better neat. I like the better neat.
Value for the money, it's there. Sure. I'm lowering my rating to 7.9 from 8.2.
Okay. Again, very specific.
I know. I feel as if, I maybe gave it a little bit more than I should have.
Okay.
Value for the money at 50. It's tough. It's a $50 bottle. There's a lot of really good $50 bottles out there.
Well, same price as the small batch, basically.
Right. But I really am looking forward to the barrel proof. And can we dive into that? I need some of that.
We will for the next round of show. At this point,
we are going to cut. But for our live audience, stay here. And you're going to see some weird stuff. You're not going to see anything weird. We're just going to cut the show and restart.
We're gonna cut the show, and then so stick with us if you're live.
Yeah.
We're going to come back, and you're going to be watching us compare small batch barrel proof against toasted barrel.
Yeah.
And for those of you that are watching this on our channel, like, subscribe, hit that bell, and we'll see you on the next episode. In the meantime, cheers.
Cheers.
Ding.
Cheers. All right, that's a wrap. All right, hi everybody.
That's a wrap.
I'm gonna rinse this. I'm not Kevin Curry. Thank you for joining us.
You don't like
but
it?
yeah,
after,
6 to 10. I don't like the cut.
after cut?
6 out of 10.
I liked it much better neat. The chocolate Rolo nose was good. The pepper bomb was good, but I'm not
Now you get
loving
creamsicle.
it. Yeah, I'm not loving it. But Patrick is right. You know the barrel.
I'm
proof
good.
is
I don't
king.
need it. I don't need. I want your finger in there.
Sorry.
Oh,
I like that.
he wants that shocker action.
I want your finger
He
in
wants
there,
that
Zach.
shocker.
It was in there.
That one in the
Take
pink,
it
two in the
down.
steak.
Yeah.
He wants the reverse shocker.
I want your finger in there, Zach. All right.
I don't really wash my hands, so you might have a little stool in there.
Wow,
I literally
that's
find
weird.
you every time. Never subscribe. Well, could you do us a
Please
favor?
do us a
and
huge favor.
subscribe?
We are on the route to monetization, and we need as many subscribers as possible.
We'd like
So
to
to all of our
quit
friends
our
out
day
there,
job.
we would love to quit our day jobs and do this full time. Please subscribe. Please like the video. We much appreciate it. We're
Yeah.
in our humble beginnings, and every like and every subscribe
Yeah.
counts. So
Yeah.
we appreciate all
Say
of
it, Zach.
you. Thank you
Say it.
very much. That's great. All right, welcome to the Barrel Buddies,
Well,
everyone.
We're not ready to rock and roll. Just
God, you're
yet.
killing me. I already started it.
I know.
What are we doing?
Can we talk about this for a minute? We're in purgatory.
We're in like break mode. Okay.
We're in purgatory.
Between
So for
chilling
those
mode
that don't
and
know,
between chilling mode.
we're sipping on the side here. We're sipping on a fine mead.
Okay.
This is from our friends in Arizona in Prescott.
The nose has gotten way better sitting open.
This is magical.
Yeah,
This
out of the
is
bottle,
from
it hurts.
Superstition
That's
out of
great.
Prescott, Arizona.
What up, Superstition?
Cheers to Superstition Meadery.
That's the way we do it. Cheers.
Yeah, this is their
Cheers.
vanilla blueberry vanilla hex. It's a blueberry and vanilla mead.
It's good. It's very enjoyable.
Super tasty.
What do you want to start with?
Barrel proof.
I agree.
Yeah,
I
I
cleanse
need
the
to
palate a
compare, and I need barrel proof in my life because barrel proof is
Are you
probably
really going to go barrel proof and then small batch?
yeah.
I'd like to step it up.
I need barrel.
You want to go
I need
backwards?
no because I need to compare it while it's still toasted barrels fresh in my mind, to where if I need to shit on it some more right now, I can justify it with barrel proof because that toasted barrel flavor is still fresh in my mind.
So, Patrick, if you're still tuned in, I hope you are. Listen, no offense, but the 520 that we were just talking about, I called because I was like, something was wrong with barrel proof. I was not loving
So
it.
that is the batch B520. So for our viewers out there, every bottle of the barrel proof, if you look on the, and I know you really can't see that from here, but at that black labeling at the bottom, on the far right, it says batch number. And they release it quarterly, so you have these batch numbers that have a number, and then it's 3 numbers. So this one is 519. The first number is the month, I thought, that it's released, which it would be May. And then the last 2 is the year, which is 2019. So right now, I think they're up to C520 or B520, batch-wise.
I bought a barrel proof the other day, so I will let you guys know.
Yeah, find out what batch number that
The
is.
520 I wasn't loving. I like the 519. The 519 is great. Hold on, we gotta stop. What are you doing?
I wanna
We're gonna
pour it.
We are when we start back up. Hold on. Editing.
He's like, I
need
want
this.
it. I want to drink it.
Listen. Drink some mead. We're gonna cut here. Zach, you're back.
I'm
Zach,
back.
you're Okay.
I'm back.
Okay.
And
Fine.
Brown out, brown.
like Wayne's World, right?
Welcome to the Barrel Buddies.
I didn't even
I'm
say it with
James.
you guys.
I'm BJ.
I am Zach.
Welcome. It's round 2 of Elijah Craig.
Elijah Craig. Here we go.
Redo.
Redux.
Why are we redoing Elijah Craig?
Because we had a wonderful offering by them. New Elijah Craig Toasted Barrel.
It's delicious.
Go back and
it's
watch the Toasted Barrel episode. But today's episode is we're going forward, but we're actually going back. Do you see what I did there?
Mm-hmm.
Where we are re-reviewing.
We're going back to the future.
Back to the future.
Not bottom to top. We're going top to bottom.
We're definitely bottoms to the tops.
No, top to bottom.
We're tops. We're tops going to the bottom.
And with that, I'd like to introduce our viewers to something you probably are already familiar with.
Elijah Craig, Barrel Proof.
Barrel
Proof.
Probably one of our all-time favorite things here. It says right here, the Ultimate Spirits Challenge, 95 points.
Give me some of that. Give me some of that nectar of the gods.
So
pour it big.
good.
Keep it going. That's good. That's funny.
Pour it big.
Give me a glass. Give me the whole one.
Just pour the whole thing deep.
Pour it deep. Pour it strong. There we go.
Sir.
We gotta polish it off.
I can smell the vanilla.
So continue
from
the
here.
pour until the bottle is empty.
I can smell the vanilla from here.
Don't give me the rest of that. You better have enough to split between the three of us.
Well,
Just give me a little. Tss, tss. All right, that's a. Tss. I already see the legs. Look at the legs on this. I know you can't see it on the camera.
And for good luck
folks.
there.
But that is just
look at
thick.
the butt.
Thick,
Butt of the barrel.
rich, and juicy right there. And look at that color.
If I was a cowboy, I'd shoot this up in the air and shoot it with my 6-gun.
Yeah, and if it was, we could freeze it in the winter and skate on it, and then in the spring and melt it down and drink it.
So for the viewers out there, 61.1%. This is 122.2% or proof.
One hot mother right there.
This is the B519 batch. Very tasty. My favorite batch of the batches I've had.
61.
The big brother of small batch, basically.
This particular batch was the 2-time double gold medal San Francisco World Spirits Competition winner with 95 points for extraordinary ultimate recommendation at the Ultimate Spirits Challenge. This is
Wow, this
tasty.
was a ranked number one in blind taste tests against hundreds of whiskeys from around the world. It's the 2017 Whiskey of the Year by Whiskey Advocate. Wow, it's uncut, straight from the barrel, without chill filtering. Each bottle is hand-labeled with its unique proof and batch number. And that's...
I'm going to make a big statement.
Okay.
It smells like fall time.
Oh, look at this wonderful wheel we have.
Smells like fall time.
Here we go. So we have a nice nose of caramel with toasted oak, fruit, apple, orange.
Fall time.
The taste is going to be a rich vanilla, caramel, butterscotch, black pepper, cinnamon.
Think about Elijah Craig. You know, like kind of going back to the old show. You can really pick all of those flavors out.
I agree.
You know, after you get through the ethanol, you know, once that kind of dissipates, you can really pick out all of the fruits, all of the.
This just smells like autumn. It smells like fall. It's got that cinnamon, caramel,
That's what
vanilla.
really got me hooked on it. Like when
goodness.
I first had the small batch, I was like, wow, you can really take a whiskey apart.
Put me in the middle of the
Or,
forest.
I'm sorry, bourbon apart.
Put me in the middle of a forest at a campfire with a bottle of this, a nice cigar,
Watching a deer bebop down the
watching
road.
a deer bebop down the road, and I'm living life.
It's nice and hot.
Cheers, gents. I haven't even had a
cheers.
sip yet, but cheers.
So if
Barrel proof.
apple cider had a close cousin that was orange cider, it's this.
And was 61% alcohol.
I mean, oranges, cinnamon,
This
clove.
blows
So good.
toasted barrel out of the water.
Yeah.
Sip.
Sip.
Let's go.
Yes. Jillian says in Vermont. Vermont, I need to be outside of Burlington in the middle of the woods. I need to find some makeshift brewery that has a fire pit where I can sit outside and freeze my ass off and drink whiskey.
So if you missed the previous show, we did Toasted Barrel,
We did.
which I found I was really quick to go back to. It was a quick
It was very polarizing between us, though. I think we need to, go watch it.
Go watch it. But I'm saying, as far as like being able to take a sip, I was quick to be able to take another sip. This is the kind of just hang on every flavor in the mouth.
So good.
I can't. I want to go back to this sip, but I can't because everything is still there.
It's lingering. Like as you're talking, I just keep tasting it. It's lingering. That
orange,
tingly
candied orange peel,
candied orange, oranges, vanilla. That like wintry, like that fall winter spice.
Makes me long for autumn. I'm ready for fall.
Yeah, I'm ready for fall time as well.
Give me the changing leaves.
And that smell, it's so welcoming. Like
butterscotch?
You can really dive right into this smell.
You can say butterscotch all day. I haven't said it yet, but that I'm getting
creme brulee,
dried fruit,
fig. I get the fig,
dried fig, yeah,
fig Newton, yeah.
Yes, great. It's great. You're hanging out there like you need a little cheers, so I'm gonna cheers you. This is great. Again. When we did this show, I think we had all of 28 subscribers, but now that we're over 500, I hope that you...
Shout out to all of our 500-ish subscribers.
Thank you.
And to Greg Manarino.
Greg Manarino. Cheers to Greg Manarino, the man who helped us achieve all those subscribers, and everyone else on the channel watching us live now. We appreciate your live views. Thank you very much for joining us.
Agreed.
We appreciate the likes and the subscribes. Thank you.
I haven't been watching I haven't watched the chat.
I've been chiming in.
I'm kind of curious.
So let's go. Yeah, we'll go into the chat. Jillian said she loves autumn and the fall time, and she already bought her pumpkin candles.
All right.
Excellent.
Absolutely. Vegas does not have an autumn. That's a really good point. We go from hot to cold.
We have it for like 2 weeks.
Hot to like awesome weather to cold.
Patrick Curry says, other than Elijah Craig, barrel proof, name another 12-year barrel proof bourbon for $60 that blew your mind. I can't think of any. Weller 12. I know it's not a barrel proof, but God, that is one of the best weeded bourbons I've ever had.
It says a barrel proof bourbon.
Yeah, that's tough. I mean, and that's kind of on the hype train right now, are these high ABV bourbons, whiskeys. I want to dig into that some more, Patrick, because I would like to have a show where we just do barrel proofs. I'd like a barrel proof show because we have some amazing offerings out there for some barrel proof stuff. We have a lot of good Knob Creek out there. We have Weller 12. That's still not a barrel proof though. But yeah, we could really do we could do a single barrel show, like a single barrel. Let's add it to the list, gentlemen.
I like it.
All right.
I mean, this is just blowing my mind.
Can you give a little shout out, Zach, to our guest of honor on the show today?
Who's the guest of honor?
He's sitting at the end of the table there. I don't know if you'd like to introduce him.
The Freedom
Funnel. So if you haven't seen our Instagram, please go to our Instagram at The Barrel Buds, where you can see Zach.
We have our live show recorded.
He initiates the Freedom Funnel.
Oh, he's flying in. There he is. That is the Freedom Funnel, the one and only. Show his butt. Show his butt. Show how it works. Everyone's got to see how it works. So you put your alcohol of choice. You put your alcohol of choice in its back, and then at the bottom there, you proceed to
suck it out the butt.
Suck it out the bottom.
So to our friends at Freedom Funnel, thank you because you've given us a reason to advertise both you and our show.
Yeah, and if everybody from Freedom Funnel is watching, send us some Freedom Funnels more.
Yeah, and that's made in the USA.
Yeah,
too.
we'll hand them out. We're here in Vegas. We'll do a collab with you
guys.
Made
in the USA.
We love the Freedom Funnel, and you guys have a great product, and we love it.
We love it.
Freedom Funnel needs to be on every drinking show on YouTube and in existence.
It was pretty fun.
Yeah, it's a lot of
what
fun.
did we drink out of that? The Sam Adams
cherry. You were able to chug a Sam Adams cherry wheat, and you can find that on our Instagram at the Barrel Buds.
If you never thought it was possible to do a cherry wheat in under 3 seconds, well, go watch this man take it like a champ.
Yeah, and I'm not that big of a chugger. I mean,
but it was very easy.
The Freedom Funnel made it happen.
There it is. The Freedom Funnel made it easy to chug.
Absolutely.
Get your Freedom Funnel.
Freedom Funnel.
So let's go into a little bit more about barrel proof. And
we poured too big of a barrel proof because I really wanted to put it against small batch, and it's hard to do that.
Yeah.
If we're still going on this lingering journey.
It's so good though.
I agree. I mean,
I just want to drink this all night with a
honestly
cigar.
don't care if we hit small batch.
I don't think we need to go to small batch.
But putting it up against Toasted Barrel. Put this up against Toasted Barrel, go.
There's no comparison between barrel proof and Toasted Barrel. Barrel proof, hands down, blows it out of the water. It's just, there's so much more, in my opinion, complexity. And then, like I said in the last show, there's a sweetness that it's my palate. I love that sweetness, that creme brulee, pumpkin spice latte flavors.
Yes.
You get that autumn, you get that.
Yes.
It's just so good. So good. I highly recommend, if all of our friends out there, like, find Elijah Craig Barrel Proof. It is so tasty. And it's easily accessible. I mean, it's actually, let's not say that. It's quasi middle of the road accessible. Yeah. It's so good. It makes me want to go on the hunt for some of the older barrel proofs, like some of the A series. I'm going to talk to some friends. Maybe I can get us some of the A series barrel proofs. But man, this is the one, guys. Like, no comparison to Toasted. If somebody's like, which one do you want? Barrel proof every day.
Yeah. I'd take a half bottle of barrel proof over anything Toasted. Zach, what are you thinking? Toasted Barrel that you just tried tonight, or the barrel proof? What would you take?
So I'll agree with James. I think that the barrel proof definitely blows Toasted Barrel out of the water. Barrel proof, you can really pick out the flavors. You can really taste, the caramel, the dried fruits, the fall flavors. Toasted Barrel, it's like, I think the char on the barrel is too much. I think that it gives it like a strong pepper taste that mutes everything else. You get strong pepper and smoke for the most part with Toasted Barrel. But it's a different product, I mean, you can't copy the same thing over and over again.
I agree.
So, but going back to barrel proof, I think that, again, barrel proof is small batches, big brother. High ABV, freaking delicious. Makes you want to drink, and like it makes. It doesn't matter what time of year that you're in, you want to be in fall. And you think of fall and you drink and you're like...
And it's right around the corner, and it makes me excited to want to drink more of this. Yeah. And that's what I want in an alcohol, and that's what I want. I want to, in my opinion, this is something that I could take to a new whiskey drinker and give them a small batch and then compare it to a barrel proof.
Yeah, you could graduate from a small batch to a barrel proof.
Exactly. That's a great point, Zach.
So it's easy to start with the small batch, just because it's easier to pick out the flavors. Because barrel proof, higher ABV, right? Bigger punch and everything.
But don't get me wrong. So I think there's a place for Toasted Barrel. Like, I'm not discounting it fully.
It's a new product.
Like, it's a new product.
It's different from everything else.
And I wouldn't be surprised, to be honest, if they come out with a new batch next year and it could have some
and it
solid
could be a lot better.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
This is their first go at it. I mean, I don't expect them to be perfect at that.
Right.
That's why I said I'd be really interested to try the next round.
Yeah.
This first round, I'm okay.
And I'd keep it on the shelf. There's a lot of people that love that peppery. They're like, hey, I want a whiskey. I'm a big I like that peppery spiciness.
Yep.
Toasted Barrel.
I liked it. Again, it's not bad.
And then you have someone like me that's like, oh, I want a whiskey. I want like creme brulee, butterscotch, Werther's original fall flavor. Like, that's me. That's what I want. Boom, barrel proof. You can fit those niche. You can fit those. Those tastes that people want very easily.
Is the ice cream truck outside?
No, that was the horn for the elote guy.
The elote man.
We missed the elote guy. So in my neighborhood, friends, we have the elote man who drives around his bike and honks his horn. And not only does he sell the Mexican corn / elote
what about the fruit
for $1, he cuts mangoes with his machete.
Nah.
He cuts them, and then he puts the chamoy and the spice on it. You all know what I'm talking about.
I know.
And if you don't, then you were missing out.
Good. And what's perfect, he rolls around, like right now it's like 8 p.m. Pacific. You've had a few beers, you've had a few drinks.
Yeah.
You hear that horn honking.
Yeah.
You run outside with your couple of bucks, and he hooks you guys up. He hooks us up.
Can we go?
He's gone already.
Oh.
I mean, I would say we could all run out there.
What do we get it for like $1 each?
Yeah, no, the corns are $1,
amazing.
and then the chamoy, the mangoes are $2.
What's more amazing, $1 corn or this bourbon?
Or this bourbon? Well, we're all still sitting here.
I'll say this bourbon.
The bourbon.
The bourbon.
Cheers.
Cheers.
So I'm going to tell you this. Yeah, I mean, echoing everything that has already been said at this table. This is autumn in a bottle. This B19 is autumn in a bottle. You're right. It's PSL. It's pumpkin spice latte.
Yeah.
It's wet leaves. It's like fall time.
Even like a little bit of leather. I get a little bit
tobacco
of like
leather?
tobacco
yes,
and
yeah.
leather. Yeah.
But a lot of cinnamon, a lot of those spicy fall time
It's just
notes.
so good. I'm so disappointed that we finished off the bottle of B519.
We're going to have to just get another one.
This is a reminder, and this is for our time
Goodbye,
capsule, but for our friends out there, B519, Elijah Craig Barrel Proof, so far has been the best, in my opinion.
Was it May 19th? Right?
May 2019.
May 2019.
It's been my favorite.
It's been the best showing.
The best showing, the best that we've ever had on the show.
It's insane. Going to the chat here, Fake Market. Christ almighty, this is amazing.
Right?
I
Isn't
hope that
it?
means you're drinking this with us, Fake Market.
Or drinking something with us.
You are correct. Again, this is autumn in a bottle.
He's talking about the barrel proof, correct?
And if the
For
Robin...
us, we are amazing.
We are amazing.
We are amazing.
But also, if the Robin Hood of Wall Street sent you, then
it's
welcome.
Definitely amazing.
Cheers.
Cheers.
No, I just like these glasses.
It's a great sound.
Hang on. Can you hear that?
It's beautiful.
Can the internet hear that?
They can now.
Mm-hmm.
Ding!
Yeah,
We have our new
is
Radio
great.
Shack mic. We are ready to go here. Ready to go with this Radio Shack.
I love Radio Shack.
Shout out to the 1980s.
That's where I
shout
buy
out
my-
to Radio Shack.
That's where I buy my batteries.
We don't say shout out anymore.
Yeah, we do.
We say cheers.
Cheers to Radio Shack.
Cheers to Radio Shack.
Cheers to
Cheers,
Radio
Radio
Shack.
Shack.
Cheers, Radio Shack.
All right. I love Radio Shack.
I wasn't joking if you fuckers
It really.
look.
I know. It's a Radio Shack mic. I brought it.
It says Radio Shack on our mic, friends out there in the audience.
Yeah. No. This is
Stellar.
insane.
Stellar.
Yeah, it's very good.
And here's the problem that I foresee is that we're using this as our litmus test, right? So
It's gonna be
everything
rough.
we drink, lobster theory, hedonic lobster theory,
Hedonic
and
treadmill.
hedonic treadmill.
Yeah.
We're gauging this. So for anything to
Yeah.
be good now, has to beat barrel proof Elijah Craig.
I mean, not a bad place to be. Again, so as you've said before,
Yeah.
a lot of snobs out there are going to say, it's your grandfather's whiskey.
It's Elijah Craig. You guys are just being like cookie cutter.
Whoa.
Go get some of that. Go get some of that Jefferson's Ocean or some of that Old Carter, or go get some Pappy 10 when Pappy 10 doesn't even exist.
Go and try it.
Or go
and
get
try
some
it.
of that Stag.
Get out of here.
Get some of that B-Tag.
Get out of
What
here.
was the Jefferson's Ocean? Like, what was it?
Aged in the ocean.
Aged in the ocean.
These
Like-
barrels go around the ocean and they're aged by salt. Jefferson's will never sponsor you because you suck.
That's not true. Don't listen to that. Stop. No.
We're gonna have a Jefferson show.
Just stop.
I will never. I'm not buying it. I'm not paying for it.
You don't have to.
If the audience wants
You
to
don't
pay
have
for a few bottles, I'll drink it.
Or if
But
you
I'm
wanna
not
send it,
doing it.
Please go to our website at thebarrelbuddies.com and sign up.
Yeah.
We'd be glad to accept one and try it out. If you just want to hear us shit on it,
If you want to hear us shit on a bottle, more than happy
We'll
to
do
do
it.
it.
We did a shot show last week,
Oh.
and
No,
we,
the shot show turned into the shit show.
Oh.
So for our friends, hold on. For our friends that
I
haven't seen it,
apologize.
last week we got really out of hand.
Out of hand.
And I didn't think we would because we only had
Out
like
of
6-7 shots, and
We
then
had 9.
it went off the rails.
We had 9 shots in an hour.
It was
And then we
bad. It
said-
was a bad show, friends.
Do you remember how great that Fruity Pebble shot was?
No, that was the one that curdled it. It curdled it.
And by the way, we kept forgetting about the stupid Drillard banana.
Banana liqueur.
Ugh.
And the screwball.
Ugh. That was bad.
Oh,
I'm
the
sorry.
wait, hang on. The screwball. Old fashioned.
Gross. All of it was gross.
Where was that? Where did we come up with that?
If I said
where did we
It
see
was on
that?
Screwball's website.
Oh, of
Listen.
course.
And we
They're
used
like,
Michter's 10 as the fucking old-fashioned mix.
Now that was epic.
oh,
That was
poor-
epic. That was epic.
That's a poor use of
That was-
Victor's
no.
10, but it's good
No.
it's good in hindsight.
That was amazing.
Yeah, no, it's good we got that recorded.
Listen to nothing that we recommended on that show.
Yeah, I don't even
We were
remember
not.
half that
No.
show.
Yeah,
Don't
make,
listen to anything.
Yeah, don't make a
That show.
screwball.
This is our limit. 2-3 really solid whiskeys.
Yeah.
The shot show was a shit show.
it was-
We called it though. We said it was going to be a shit
We
show.
advertised it as such.
Shot show,
Yeah.
shit show.
Yep. So, I think that kind of wraps us up, guys. I
That's
mean,
it,
we
yeah.
did a solid. It's
2.5
8 o'clock.
shows.
Yeah, 2 hour. Yeah.
Well, with that,
So we've already rated the barrel proof beforehand, right?
but rate it again.
Should we re-rate?
I
And
would
I'm telling
love
you
to
right now,
re-rate it.
I'm not cutting this.
I'm not cutting it either.
This is
I don't want to
so-
cut it.
You don't cut this. In my-
Delicious, delicious
cut it
smell.
It's so delicious
You don't
without
cut
cutting
taste.
it. Yeah, I agree.
So, out of 10 barrels,
I'm gonna give this a 9.7.
Whoa!
out of 10 barrels,
Niner. Giving it a
Oh, solid 9.
this is a 10 out of 10. It's a go-getter.
Whoa!
10 out of 10. Our first 10 out of 10 right
Alright.
here.
It's a go-getter.
Go get her.
Go-getter.
The internet cicerone.
Get that
This team
Get that, barrel.
That's
says,
us.
barrel proof.
go get that barrel proof Elijah Craig. What is it? $60, $70 a bottle?
Doesn't
Yeah.
matter. It's
Very
worth it.
affordable.
Totally worth it.
Under $100.
Ladies, gentlemen,
Friday,
boys and
people.
girls.
Payday's coming Friday. Go
That's
get
right.
that barrel proof.
Thanks for joining us. We are the Barrel
Thank you.
Buddies.
We are the Barrel Buddies.
Live every
appreciate-
Thursday. Like,
Subscribe,
hit
follow,
that bell,
hit the bell.
follow, leave a comment.
I know, and you hear that on every video you watch on YouTube, but seriously, it
you're
helps
gonna-
us.
You're gonna want to
It
see
helps us, and yeah.
Hey, when you see that notification, the Barrel Buddies are live.
Yeah, you know you want to see our antics.
It's part
what
of
we're
your
up
day.
to.
It's part
Right.
of your Thursday. Come on.
Follow us on Instagram at the Barrel Buds and check out
Twitter
our website.
at the Barrel Buds as well. Check out our
Facebook?
website. We're on Facebook. You can find our Barrel Buds group, Barrel Buddies group.
And
We appreciate all of you. Thank you for joining us tonight.
Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers to that. Cheers to our friends. All right. Bye, guys.
Good night.
Good night.